I find that business owners who don't have any KPIs or don't use their KPIs, even if they have them, they're probably managing their business very reactively. They're in the chaos. What I always submit to people to think about is that maybe you're partly, if not entirely, the cause of the chaos. So I'll hear, God, things change too much for us to measure those kind of things. No. Are there some businesses where that's true? Sure. But that's not the typical small business that we're talking about. You can and should have in place those metrics, those KPIs that give you that measure. And we need to have a balance of lagging and leading indicators or KPIs. Lagging ones are, for example, what I did last month in the way of revenue and profit. Leading is how many leads are in the pipeline or how many conversions are happening with our marketing activity. Those are examples at either end. We have to have a balance of those at a high level for us as the owner in our dashboard, if you will, of KPIs. But then our leaders within our team, they have to have their KPIs that roll up and in our alignment with ours. Sometimes it's the same. Sometimes it's a sub KPI or a sub metric that adds up to the one that I'm looking at. So you have to have those in place. Again, a franchise will help you with those because guess what? They usually, if not always, tell you here are the key things to look at. Or when I'm talking and learning from other franchise owners, I will ask those successful owners, what are you measuring? What are you keeping your finger on? What are you looking at? And that'll tell you all you need, right? So you got to identify what they are. You have to implement them and use them. Your team has to be driven by KPIs at their level. And then they need to boil up to so that you have no more than 5 to 10 would be a lot of high-level KPIs that you're monitoring. Because that's the other error I see is people measuring too many things. That's not as effective. On KPIs, you've got to have them. You've got to use them. Your team needs to be aligned, and you have to use them on a regular basis. As frequency goes, to your point, at a minimum, you would be looking at your KPI dashboard monthly, at a minimum. But let's say you're in a business that because of the nature of the business or a certain stage that you're in, let's say cash flow is tight. I have clients where when that's the case, I'm having them look at their cash flow projections weekly, if not daily. So there are some KPIs where the frequency is shorter, but monthly is usually a good snapshot. And I think there are KPIs that you look at quarterly.
Numbers are great, but what about the humans behind them? Next, we reveal how to get high school-aged employees to provide world-class service.